This is Amy. I am talking to you about Turner syndrome today. This brochure would be on a legal size sheet of paper, folded 4 different ways, but my printer broke, so I apologize for not being able to show you a real copy and how cool it would look after it's folded. The Turner syndrome right here, if this was going out to the community, it would obviously not have my name on it, so you know. Turner syndrome is a genetic condition and it affects the X chromosome. And because it affects the X chromosome, it only occurs in girls, in females. It's a very rare condition. As you can see here, it only occurs 1 in every 2,000 to 2,500 live births. Because of the X chromosome alterations, girls may not develop or mature naturally. And we'll go into that a little bit later. There are 2 different types of Turner syndrome. Classical, where the X is completely missing, then a female only has 1 X. And then mosaic is where the X chromosome is present, but it's somehow altered and abnormal, and so it causes kind of the same sort of things. The only way for girls to actually become or be diagnosed with this is through medical karyotype, where they actually analyze the chromosomes to determine if the sex chromosomes are altered in any way. That's the only way to be able to diagnose if a girl has a Turner syndrome. You can kind of go here. One thing that we need to think about in early childhood education is we may have some of our girls come in with these physical symptoms, which include kind of some different areas in their face that look different from maybe the at-level kids. And then neck webbing shorter. And then as they grow up and go into elementary and middle school, delayed puberty, and then as they get to be grown women, more than likely there will be infertility and the ability to not being able to have children naturally. So that's something to kind of think about with us. Concerns, again, over here, this green column is where, again, we would want to be able to have an understanding of as early childhood special educators, because we may see some of our kids come in with some of these physical issues with infections or hearing, and then some major heart, liver, kidney abnormalities, which can maybe cause some issues, skeletal issues, and vision problems. So those are some physical things. And again, as educators, we will want to work with this more, the social, emotional, and language literacy areas where there could have difficulty with nonverbal communication skills, something that we will definitely need to work with and want to work with these girls. And then also just some learning disabilities, and then working on spatial relationships, which occupational therapy could also do really great things with the girls with Turner syndrome. And sensory, again, there may be some potential problems that are beyond their control in terms of attention and hyperactivity. So those are, again, some things that we need to understand and be aware of and be sensitive to when we are working with girls that have Turner syndrome. Causes, again, are the altered X chromosome, and it is very random. There are no risk factors that are known, which is so interesting. It's caused by any toxins or environmental factors, and it's very much an equal risk regardless of parental age and ethnicity. It's very random. So that, again, is another thing that we can keep in mind when we're working with parents or caregiver or parents, to say, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong, So that's something to really be aware of. Really great. Lots of great treatment for Turner syndrome. Growth hormone therapy helps the girls achieve greater height. There's also the estrogen replacement that mimics natural estrogen, which could help them, start to grow and develop as an at-level female. And one thing to keep in mind too is culturally, I think a lot of cultures place a lot of value on becoming a mom, and that may cause some sorrow and distress with women. So to be aware of that. So body image, as we know, is a huge cultural norm that we struggle with. And again, with women with Turner syndrome may not develop in the same way as women do without Turner syndrome. Just to be able to let parents know that there is really good resources out there, which are right here. And then also just, again, with medical care and appropriate care and good support system, most of these girls and women with Turner syndrome will lead healthy and independent lives.